You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us everything about the greatest shot you ever took.
A few of us are going for drinks.
Actually, I have a date. This probably sounds weird, but I play pinball all the time. Helps me focus.
Are you any good?
It may be the thing that I am best at.
Hello and welcome back to the Geek Legion of Doom. I am here today to do a review for you from the Lisa Loves channel for a movie called Pinball, The Man Who Saved the Game. Now we're due for a digital release of this movie on the 3rd of July, and just to let you know about the stars and the director of the movie, so this is actually written and directed by Austin and Meredith Bragg, and the main stars of this movie are, I apologise for pronunciation, Mike Faist, Crystal Reed and Dennis Boutsikaris. They're the three main stars of the movies. Basically what we're looking at in the movie, you can see by the title, the movie is mostly about pinball. This is a true story, guys. We follow a 35-year-old Roger Sharpe who's living in New York. He's a writer, he's a journalist, but his passion in life is playing pinball. And in the course of moving to New York for his career, he discovers that in a lot of different places in America, pinball is actually banned, because they see it as gambling, and he is just completely just devastated by his favourite game in the world that he just put so much time into is completely banned. He finds a little pinball machine tucked away at the back of an adult store, shall we say, and he goes into the store every day just to stand and play pinball. We also have a love story running concurrently in this, and he actually brings her into the same store to play pinball and to show her what his love is in life, and it is quite amusing. But this story, basically, without giving too much away, is about this guy, his passion for the game, his wanting to write a book about it. He wants to educate people and show them that pinball is not gambling, it's a game of skill. I learned so much from watching this about the actual game. I have played pinball myself a lot in my teens. They maybe had a resurgence, I'm not sure. But I learned so much that I wasn't aware of. So it follows him as he goes around and speaks to lots of different people involved in the pinball industry, actually making the games, people promoting the games, just all kinds of people he speaks to in the process of wanting to write a book about it. And we also have an organisation called the MMA that get involved with him, that want him to help them get pinball unbanned, to make it legal. And that's basically the premise of the game. We follow this guy, his book, fighting to try and get pinball unbanned, and a love story running in the background. Now this is interspersed all the way through by an older version of Roger Sharpe butting into the actual movie as it runs, saying, no, hang on a minute, it didn't happen like that. And it really works for me. I really liked it. It was light relief as you're watching something and something did get a little bit silly and you're thinking this is a little bit over dramatic or a little bit over mushy. He cuts in and says, no, it didn't happen like that. And that I really liked that. I really appreciated that. It took you straight back down to ground. And when things were being embellished a little bit, he just came straight in to tell you that's not how it went. So I absolutely loved that inclusion. So pros and cons of the movie. So we'll start with cons. I didn't really feel that there were any. If anything, and I'm really nitpicking here, I would feel that pacing was a tiny bit of an issue. It maybe was a bit slow in places for some people. Now myself, I like a good slow burn movie, so that didn't upset me at all. I really enjoyed the movie, but I would say that if you're not really interested in pinball and you like something really fast moving, that it may be a little slow in places for you. But the type of movie it is, it was paced perfectly for me personally. The acting was fantastic. You found yourself really warm into the characters. There was no character that you didn't like. There was no character that stood out as acting that sort of brought you out of the story. I loved the older and young versions of the same character and the sort of similar personality, this sort of like smart-witted personality. I really loved that. It's set in the 70s also, and it really feels like the 70s. The costume design, I adore 70s fashion. I'm a massive fan of 70s fashion, so it was a joy for me to see all the clothes, to see how the streets look, the vehicles, the fashion, the wallpaper, everything. I love 70s, and this absolutely just sticks you right in the middle of the 70s. It's wonderful. Cinematography fantastic, lighting fantastic. Score, really non-intrusive. So I don't feel I can really give a negative about this, especially given it was a true story. You're not going to say, well, that's a bit silly or that didn't happen, because it did happen. I can't think of any negatives to give you guys. As I say, I like a slow burn, I like a true story. I did play pinball, so it did interest me. It does give you a lot more information about pinball than you would have been aware of, but not in a boring sense. It sort of shows you how to play the game properly in a way that I wasn't aware. When he's trying to educate people as to what will happen to the score if you do particular things, he shows that it's a game of skill. It is not just a game of chance. And it really sort of like opened up to me, wow, I had no idea. And it really made me want to go play pinball to try out these things. I'd watched things that I'd experienced while playing the game but didn't really understand or know what it was about. So yeah, it was a beautiful movie, very well acted, fantastically set in the 70s. You really felt you were immersed immediately. I can't think really of anything bad to say about it, so I thoroughly recommend you check out Pinball, the man who saved the game. It's a big thumbs up from me. If I had to rate it out of 10, I think I will go an 8 out of 10 for the movie. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you've managed to see this yet. We're not getting a release here until the 3rd of July on digital release, so let me know if it sounds like something you would enjoy. Pop your opinions in the comments there. We do like to read them. And if you've seen it, do you agree? Do you disagree? We love to chat about it. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you next time.